with that, I think there's one more question that I would want to take is, so how can publishers rank well with search generative experience and continue to grow organically? Because uh, organic traffic, I would say that there's been a lot of changes in the digital publishing space, wherein say Facebook is not promoting a lot of news articles because of them having to pay for all of these pay these publishers for using their news content. Social media also does not prefer using say links or pointing it back to the websites. So primarily for a lot of publishers, Google search is a significant chunk of their traffic. Direct is also I'm not sure if there are a lot of digital publishers and news websites out there that have a significant amount of direct traffic compared to organic. I think organic is still the king. So with the way that people search is changing and the way that Google search in itself is changing with the search generative experience, how can publishers rank their content better in this new uh, avatar of Google search, and how can they grow organically?
Yeah. So right now, this is the biggest piece of the puzzle, right? I mean, as SG is evolving every day, there are so many new updates coming to it that it's actually very unclear and a very muddy space for publishers to see how they can change their content around. But at an overall level, there are a few things that you, as a publisher, can influence and focus on in the longer term, which will help you thrive in any search update or any new type of experience coming into the search, be it generative AI, SGE, or any other new one. So ultimately, these would be focused on creating content of the highest quality, and the content should be insightful. It should be informative to your audience. It should again have the creator's own unique perspective, and ultimately, it is an engaging read for your writers, for your readers. Sorry. And ultimately, Google is showing a lot more visibility that we can see from early tests of SG to publishers who are producing their own content with a lot more customized approach. They are clearly showing out what is the clear takeaway from that content, and at the same time, they are focusing on a lot of unique imagery, unique videos, or their own properties like podcasts, and ultimately giving more branded content in a sense to prove that okay, what the content that I am creating is of the highest quality, and that is my own content. So adding my own perspective is the keyword here, I would say. Along with that, if you are especially in product led content or recommendations based content, please make sure that your content clearly highlights what is your choice out of the content that you want to recommend. What is the best one? What is the worst one? What is the most budget product? What is the most product for people who have advanced requirements within that specific category? So please don't shy away from giving recommendations in each of these categories if you are a niche publisher. Beyond that, the content creators and the reviewers should have experience and either themselves be an expert in the field or should be willing to onboard experts who know that industry in and out and who have the right credits to actually convey to the readers that okay, this I'm the best person to make sure that this content is visible to the readers on this specific portal and under my own name. Along with that, a couple more general pointers on websites should have a very clear highest quality user experience, and ultimately which means that they should have good page load speeds and avoid a very high number of ads on the site, because that ultimately dilutes the user experience and makes the website look a little spammy or a little less authoritative. And last but not the least, be a brand. Try to be a brand. Don't rely on any specific channel for traffic or for any visitors, be it social media, be it search. Try to build a stronger brand. Try to make people feel some sort of an affinity to your brand, and which is why you can especially use tactics like email marketing, building an email list in the longer term, or even more actually better is using a tool like iZuto, which actually will help you implement user retention and engagement strategies. Like a lot of our publisher clients also are focusing on how do they build more engagement as a publisher, how do they increase and retain the audience they have. And I think iZuto has been a very critical implementation and a partner for all these publishers. And I think definitely something a lot of publishers should try in terms of retention and engagement strategies.
Swapnil, it's very important at this point to shift the reliance on, say, from organic search purely to even having to retain your audience yourself. Like, you can bring in your audience from organic search, but it's up to you for the publishers to retain them so that you don't have to do that over and over again. I think it's time to do that. And like you said, search generative experience at this point is, it's not consistent. It's giving spikes for a few of them, and it's been better for a few publishers. Again, it depends on the category that they are in and the niche that they're covering. So I think it's quite interesting times ahead when it comes to the Google search and publisher traffic. I think that was a very insightful discussion, Swapnil, on EEAT and SGE, and probably the future of digital publishing. Thank you so much for your insights.